Hey everyone, Sinza here, and welcome to another Marvel's Avengers video. So now in this video, I'm going to be going over how to gear up really quickly, to raise your power level up, to get close to the max so that you can start doing, the highest end content. So right now I'm in a desert vault, and as you can see, there's many different bonus objectives on the map. And in my opinion, this is probably the fastest way to level up. And especially even if you're at lower levels, you can go ahead and do the smaller vaults, and I'll go over, the locations of trying to get those vaults shortly. But it's really best to just, especially if you have the regular vaults, go in there, do all the bonus objectives, and then just leave. Like, don't finish the vault. One, the ending, vault opening sequence takes a while, and two, once you complete a normal vault, it goes away. So you can farm gear more easily just by going to all the areas. Leaving the mission and then just doing it again. But let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna go ahead and let this finish this clip out so you can see just kind of how the stuff works, and you can kind of see the the kind of gear that you can get. And there's three different types of locations. There's the desert badlands, or the Utah badlands where I'm at right now. There's the snowy tundra, and then there's the Pacific Northwest, which is desert vault. I actually forgot the snow vault, which one that is called, and then the forest vault from the Pacific Northwest. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, if you're trying to unlock a vault, if you don't have the elite vaults yet, then for the regular vaults you have to actually go and find them in another location, whether it be a mission or drop zone. In my opinion, the best one was the one from the beta. You go to Stark Realities, and then when you go to the side of the map, like as soon as you go in, you go towards the left, and then you'll see the icon, the little radar come up, and you just go and open up the vault, and then go down and get the chest to unlock the vaults. So the vault that you'll unlock will be random, but there's a forest vault which is in the Pacific Northwest. There's one in, I don't have any of the other ones unlocked right now, but there's one in the snowy tundra, and then there is one in the Utah Badlands. I personally like the desert vault, and that's the one that I do for like the elite. But of course you're going to have to get to higher levels. So if you're at the lower power level, then you're going to need to go to missions like Stark Realities. So there's also a revisit of Stark Realities. Both of them will let you get the vault location, and so then you just go to the vault location, because even though it does say this power, that's just because it's my power. So I can go ahead and change to Captain America, for instance. I think it's my lowest one, at 28 power, and then the vault is a little bit higher, but yeah, so it's about, yeah, I think it's always going to be that much. But anyway, yeah, you can do that even at these low levels. And there's no reason to do any of these missions at anything higher than Challenge 1, because it's not going to change the gear. Now, I did notice the first time that I did the Challenge Level 4, that it did seem like I had higher rarity, like it was a higher chance of getting rarities, but then I did Challenge 1 and I got like 2 legendaries back to back from just killing enemies. So it really is just RNG, and in my opinion it's just not worth going past Challenge 1 unless you want the challenge. But if your goal is just farm the gear, then just do Challenge Level 1. Alright, so I figured it'd probably be better just to go ahead and show you. I went into the Stark Realities mission, and this is pretty much near the beginning, when you get off the ship. So when you go, just go ahead and go to the left of the objective marker from when you first zone in. You can kind of, pass these enemies, and yeah, you just go down the path this way to the left. Once you get close enough, I'm just gonna get some resources real quick. Once you get close enough, you'll see now the radar is on the screen, and that means that there is a shield vault nearby. So you just follow the radar, which I think it's almost always in the same spot, like around here, this tree here. Yeah. And then yeah, you just open it, and you can see that icon down there. That means that there's a chest there that'll give you a vault location. and again it's random. I think it can still be the same one too, because there's I think 3 different vaults. I had 2 of them unlocked, and
This
then when I
team will
opened
not
up
be
the chest, I
easy to
got the
neutralize.
same one again. So yeah, and then yeah, there's some chests in here. So yeah, that time I did not. I don't think got a thing. Yeah, it was the same one. So unfortunately, that time I'd already, I got the same one that I already had. But yeah, as long as you have one vault, you don't need to try and unlock other ones. Since I already had the forest vault unlocked, I didn't get one for that. But that's where the location would be if you don't have any vaults. So now you know how to get to the place to unlock vaults. So another thing that can help you while you're in the vault missions is to use DNA keys. So right here is a DNA box that I already opened up, and it's the DNA boxes will have gear that's higher level than what you would normally find. So like the gear that I was finding was like 124, 122, stuff like that. And then I opened up the gear box, the DNA box, and I got this 130 um, piece of gear. And I was lucky enough to have a Ms. Marvel specific perk on it. So you get those DNA keys. I don't have any more. You get them from doing uh, the villain sectors. So the daily villain sector missions, the assignments. So I don't have any now, but the faction assignments that you can get from the Chimera and the Anthill will have a villain sector mission every day. Now, if you just do the ones that you can repeat, they don't actually give DNA keys. You only get them once a day, so you can get a total of 2 a day when you do the assignment versions of those, and then you just go into the vaults like this and you use them. So you would, if you don't have that many, or if you just, to use them the best to your advantage, I would use them when you just need like a small boost to the next level if you're still trying to get your gear up, or if you're like me on this character where you're in your 120 range, the late 120s, then when you use your key, you get 130 gear because 130 is the soft cap. So yeah, DNA keys in the vault missions will definitely help out. Looking to replace a specific piece, or you're just trying to get that next level for the next mission, the vendors are a good place for that. The faction vendors will give you, their selection is a little bit higher level than the regular vendor, than the Roy vendor, but it requires faction rep. So like my faction rep is 22, and each one requires a higher rep. So the next one for me is 25, then 30, 35, all the way up to 50. From my experience, you will usually see more epic and legendary gear, and I'll go ahead and show you Roy right after this on the Chimera. So like right now, this is 124. This is a pretty decently higher piece for me. So I think I'm actually going to buy this one. Another one would be good. Is this other one, but it's level 30, and this is a character specific perk, so that's kind of nice. But I can't get that yet. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this one, and it costs upgrade modules and fragments, but you can kind of farm those. And the stock here refreshes. Um, I believe the faction vendor refreshes daily, where the regular gear vendor refreshes hourly. So I'll just go ahead and walk to the next one. Um, but yeah, and of course you don't have control over what gear pieces are being sold or which will be available, but there are a total of 4 vendors, because there's a faction vendor on the Chimera, and there's a faction vendor in the Anthill, and then there's Roy. you know Roy is in both places, but his stock is different in each place. So as you can see here, it's a little bit less. There's still legendaries, but it's usually blue, and it's a little bit, it's like a point lower at least, because I had just gotten those armlets, those 124 armlets, and these are 123, and they're and they're blue. But there is no rep that's required. So you have access to more things, and of course you have the resources at the bottom. So if you're looking to get a specific piece to get your item level up, um, or if you need resources, make sure you check both the gear vendor and the faction vendor at each location. Now, one thing I forgot to mention for the vendors is that you probably saw it in the video, in the clip, but the faction vendors will also sell artifacts. So if you're trying to get a specific artifact or just get an artifact in general without having to try and farm it, you can get them from the faction vendors. Now, again, those are like daily. So, and it's per account, not character. So once you buy, if you buy them all on like one character, you're not gonna be able to get them on another character, and you can't switch the minor artifacts over. So just remember that. And then of course Roy will have the resources and stuff like that. Um, one more thing is if you're trying to, besides the vaults, because the vaults are RNG in terms of what gear you get. So if you really do need some artifacts, but you're not getting them or you don't want to buy them, you can do the regular drop zones, the short missions, because those will always give you artifacts at the end. Um, Another thing is if once you do get your vault stuff up, if you're trying to get like specific character perks, elite villain sectors and elite hives will give you a piece of gear at the end that's guaranteed to be have at least one character specific perk on it, and it'll always be, if you're not at the cap, it'll be significantly higher than whatever your power level is. So yeah, that's all I wanted to go over. All the different ways that you can get gear, mostly by doing the vaults. And, if you want character specific gear, again, fill in sectors and hives. And then just, go to the vendors to check any pieces that you might need for specific slots. If you liked the video, please give a like, subscribe for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching.